Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Neptune's Child Tarot. My name is Monique, and this is my second tarot channel here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for your continued love and support here on the channel. For those of you that are new, you may also want to check out my main tarot channel, Moon Moth Goddess, where I do have a bunch of other pick a card readings posted there as well. Today's pick a card reading for this channel here, we are doing Why Are You Stuck? Okay, why are you stuck? And we're going to be asking Spirit, how can you get unstuck? Maybe it's, I don't know, it could be tied into beliefs or maybe some type of loss of motivation, fears, insecurities. We'll just kind of see what is going on within your energy and why you are stuck, or at least even feeling stuck, okay? Maybe feeling even a little bit stagnant in your life right now, okay? So we do have three choices for you guys, okay? For pile one, it is going to be this little serpentine, and I will give you guys a closer look at the crystals as soon as we pull these cards. We have serpentine for pile one, we have a labradorite for pile two, and then we have a pyrite for pile number three. Now, if you already feel drawn to a specific crystal, you can go ahead and skip right to your reading and click the timestamp for the crystal that you've chosen. Or for those of you that like a little bit more help, we will be adding in one of these cards to help you with choosing your pile. If you do feel drawn to more than one, that is perfectly okay for today's reading. Okay, so why are you stuck? And then we're going to ask Spirit, how can you get unstuck? How can we get moving? Okay, so of course there can be many different things that are going on in your life that could be affecting it. Could be outside influences or even things that are kind of happening within you. Okay, so let's pull something for pile one with the serpentine. Why is pile number one feeling stuck or is stuck? Why is pile number one stuck? Okay, so we have Unveiling, and that is going to be with the serpentine. So Unveiling, and it says clouded and also radiant. Okay, so that is going to be for pile one. I really like this card. Okay, let's see. Pile two with the Labradorite. Why is pile two stuck? Why is pile two stuck, Spirit? We have Creatress with uninspired and also creative. So if you notice, these cards kind of have like a shadow and a light energy, like negative and a positive to each one of them. Okay, so we have Creatress, uninspired, and creative. Okay, so that is pile number two with the Labradorite, uninspired and creative. And pile number three with the Pyrite. Let's see what we got for you. Why are you stuck, pile three? Why is pile three stuck? Okay, so I'm just going to take the top one. We have Destiny, and it says past or future focused in comparison to present. Okay, and that is with this Pyrite. I almost forgot the name of it. Pyrite. Destiny, past or future focused versus present with Destiny. Okay, with Pyrite. All right. So those are what we are working with today. Like I said, if you do feel drawn to more than one of the cards, crystals, go with what your gut feeling is telling you here. Okay. I know some of you like to just listen to all three and then, you know, see whichever one resonates with you the most. If that works for you, cool. whatever works. Okay. But these are the choices. Okay. Pile 1 with Unveiling and the Serpentine. Pile 2 with Creatress and the Labradorite. And then pile 3 with Destiny and the Pyrite. Timestamps will be down below, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hi, pile 1. So you guys chose an interesting card here. We have Unveiling. And as I said in the intro, this card kind of has like two variants of this message here. On one side, we've got Clouded versus Radiant. So we're asking Spirit today, why are you stuck? And it could very well be that something is clouded. Maybe it's something that you're not seeing, because this is also saying unveiling here. So this could potentially be something that has not been revealed to you yet, and there's good reason for it. It could be that Spirit is kind of asking you to pause versus take action at this time, and to practice stillness, practice, you know, listening to that inner voice and just kind of pausing for a moment. I feel like with the unveiling here that something isn't maybe quite ready yet, or you're not meant to see something yet. That there will be some type of breakthrough happening for you. Okay, so let's see what else is here. I'm going to put this over here. Let's pull some tarot and see, why are you stuck? Why is pile 1 stuck? Why is pile number 1 stuck? Why is pile 1 stuck? We have Temperance. I feel like something is being balanced. I mean, this card is talking also about patience. But there is a process of alchemy that happens with Temperance. Things being transmuted. Things taking shape. Okay, we have Sagittarius energy here. Why are you stuck? Okay, the King of Swords in reverse. That makes sense. The 5 of Cups. For some of you, there's some feelings here. Your emotions could be something that are clouding your judgment here. We do have Clouded. So there's something going on with you mentally, emotionally, tied in together that Spirit is trying to help you to transmute. I feel like that's what's creating the clouded energy here within the mind. It's kind of like we're not thinking clearly. We can't think clearly because the mind is clouded with emotions surrounding something. I don't know what it is for you. It's going to be different for all of you. We'll try to get a little bit more information. But the 5 of Cups can be like a very heavy feelings of loss, of grief, of disappointment, of discouragement, of shame, of guilt, of regret, remorse, feeling hopeless, even those of you that struggle with a little bit of depression. And that is something that can cause a little bit of an irrational thinking. Some of you might even be dealing with a little bit of mental health issues, those of you that do have underlying mental health issues there. Let's see what else. So when we're in that space, right, we cannot access clear thinking. We cannot make decisions. Our mind is not clear. So something is healing here. Okay, you could also be actively healing from something. But this is about the transmutation of energies. So I feel like this is for good reason, whatever this is. This maybe being stuck, like I said, sometimes it's Spirit in a way saying, hold on a second, we can't move forward right now. We need to deal with whatever this is. Okay? Why are you stuck, pile 1? Why is pile 1 stuck? The Star. This is healing. Okay. The Star is about renewal. It's about rest, recuperation, regeneration, however you choose to look at that. It's a restorative energy. So it's almost like the universe put you on pause because you needed it right now. You need the pause. So there's a reason for it, okay? So I would say try not to resist it. Honor the process, okay? Honor the time. Try to be patient with it versus trying to fight it and say, no, I got to keep going. I have to move. Why isn't this working? Calm. Okay. Yes. So some of you, this could be so much to the point where it's kind of blocking out your creative energy. It could be affecting your creativity, your passion, your drive. You can't think of ideas. You don't, maybe for some of you, you lost inspiration. Okay. Why is pile number 1 stuck? 3 of Swords. What is this, pile 1? This is something painful here. And it could be something that you are currently going through, okay? Currently experiencing. Or this could be something from your past that Spirit is helping you to transmute and heal. Okay. Maybe some of you are noticing that there's a lot coming up for you right now. A lot of feelings, thoughts, emotions that are tied into something here. I think I want to pull... Actually, let's pull one of these cards first before I start getting the other oracle cards. Okay, and those of you that are wanting to know what decks I'm using, I always list decks for both channels. I put them in the description box, okay, separated by tarot and oracle. So why is pile number 1 stuck? Why is pile number 1 stuck? Something is being unveiled potentially. Look at the journey. Look at this journey card. Oh my goodness. And that's probably what you feel like right now. Like, here we go up this, here's this path, we're going up this hill, and then we're going down and around, and then down into this dark hole, and then back out again, and through here. It's just, it is a journey. It is a journey. Okay. And then we have, yes, I love this. This is beautiful. It may not feel that way, but what's happening for you is, it is. Okay. She's a beautiful little butterfly here. So you've got your path here, your journey, all these ups and downs, twists and turns, darkness and light again. It's all over the place. And so, like I said, I do feel like it's important for you to kind of honor your journey. Okay. Let's see. I'm seeing connect at the bottom. And I noticed that in this connect card, it looks like a person is putting both of their hands together. Like almost like the self. So to me, it's kind of like as you're doing this healing here, you're reconnecting to your true self, your authentic self as you transform. You know, and look at how when this person is touching the fingertips here, it's kind of like that static, that electricity that's happening here. We also have choice here. A choice. So maybe for some of you, you're trying to choose your direction, you're trying to choose your path, but Spirit's like, hold on a second. Before you go any further, we need to deal with this. We have to get you reconnected in with the self, your inner compass. I feel with both Temperance, because these are the major arcanas that are here, Temperance and the Star, both of these are very spiritual cards within the major arcana. So there's something very beautiful and spiritual that's happening here, at least on a soul level. Like I said, even though it might not feel like it. But the Star is ultimately leading and guiding us towards our destiny, right? And if we're clouded here, how are we very well going to be able to trust our inner navigation that's leading us towards our destiny, right? Because if we're trying to move ahead in this headspace, what's going to happen? Right? This may have happened. This may have happened for some of you who were like, is this it? Is this it? No, maybe let's try this one. Let's try this path. So yeah, maybe for some of you that is the case, where you're just like up and down and all over the place and oh my goodness, where am I going? And Spirit is trying to reveal, I feel like, this for you. And I do feel like with Temperance here, you have to be patient, okay? And I know that can get frustrating because we want answers now. We want to figure it out now. But it's part of the journey, and each of us on our own path. And a need for embracing it, you know, with all the twists and turns and ups and downs and darkness and light and craziness. Okay, so we've also got Aquarius energy here, and also air sign, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. All right, let's see what else, Spirit. Why is pile 1 stuck? I do think I want to clarify this a little bit too. Introspection. Okay, so yeah, I feel like it's definitely something where Spirit is putting you on pause, pile 1. Okay. It kind of reminds me of Hermit energy, which is a pause along our journey. Rediscovering the self. Okay. So I definitely feel like it's, you know, something that is necessary right now. I hope this all fits in here. Let's see. Let's push these down. And I do want to clarify this business up here. All right, so let's see. Why is this King of Swords in reverse? The 7 of Cups. The 8 of Wands. Yeah, some of you might have, you know, you're trying to make a choice. The 7 of Cups can talk about options. Options, having many choices, feeling overwhelmed. The 7 of Cups is also a card that you'll often hear by tarot readers calling it analysis paralysis, where we have so many different choices that we just feel like, oh my goodness, like which one is the right one? For others of you, this could be kind of I feel like this could be a lot about your dream, your vision. Some of you might even be having some inner child healing stuff come up for you. Okay. The inner child. Why is the 5 of Cups here? I see the 6 of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Some of you, this has to do with family or even a relationship. Some of you, this could be love and heartbreak, okay? That you could still be reliving some painful memories or moments, and a need for focusing on self-love at this time. Okay, some of you could be dealing with an ending of a relationship, a marriage, you know, going through maybe even a separation or a divorce. Okay. But I feel for the most part, like I said, this is where Spirit is kind of keeping you in this pause right now, because there is healing that needs to happen. Okay. And I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom. The Wheel of Fortune is about life cycles, ups and downs. It's about going with the flow. It's also about divine timing. So some of you, you know, going through this cycle right now, especially if you've been dealing with difficulty right now, the Wheel of Fortune can certainly bring about positive change. So I feel like what's important for you to recognize is that while you're going through this cycle, okay, you can see that Wheel of Fortune as with all this up here is maybe it's one of those dips, right? It's one of those dips where you're kind of going into the journey, into introspection, and then right back up again out of the hole, okay, in a sense. Yeah, so I feel like it's important for you to recognize that whatever this stuck feeling that you have right now, it's only temporary. Okay, it's only temporary. There's a lot that's being healed. There's a lot that's being transmuted at this time. The Wheel of Fortune can also talk about us being at a turning point in our life with changes. Okay. So a lot is changing, I feel like, definitely, most definitely within you. Okay. So if things seem a little bit unclear right now, just honor this space and this time. Okay. So now we're going to ask Spirit here. I'm just going to move this out of the way a little bit. I want to ask Spirit, what can you do to get unstuck? And really with this one, I kind of feel like it's better for you to just kind of honor it. Okay. Honor the time, but we'll see what Spirit says. Because for some of you, it might be like crucial for you to just kind of do something. You might be like in a time crunch, or, you know, needing to make some choices, and you're just like, I can't keep doing this. I need to. So we'll see. Let's ask Spirit here. What can pile number 1 do to get unstuck? What can pile number 1 do to get unstuck? Okay, so we have guide here. I'm going to cover this one a little bit. And we also have intuition. Interesting. Okay. So I'm seeing this kind of in a way as allowing your intuition to be your guide at this time. But this does require you to practice stillness. Okay? The intuition is quiet. Very quiet. Calm. Grounded. So this is a need for you to spend time in meditation, or even just kind of, you know, turning the lights off in the room, low light, and just kind of sitting, where you do it inside, outside, and just closing your eyes and just kind of having, you know, a few moments of silence, or for those of you that are able to do it longer, and just kind of see what comes through, you know, connecting in with your intuition, letting the mind just kind of calm down, okay? Because especially for those of you where there's a lot of feelings and thoughts and stuff like that that are just all in your head, we cannot hear the intuition. We cannot feel the intuition during those times. So maybe for some of you, this means practicing stillness, just quiet time. Even if you just start with a few minutes a day, just to turn off the TV, stay away from the phone for a minute, and just close your eyes and just kind of just sit. Okay, let's pull one more. How can pile 1 get unstuck? We have open. Yeah, and here, you know, we can't even see her eyes. Her eyes are covered. There's a little door here. And that to me is, you know, third eye, crown chakra. That's the intuition. That is source. That is spirit. Okay, let's see. I feel like as you are connecting also into within your intuition, you open yourself up to receive messages, downloads from spirit. Okay. Information is able to get through, right? You're opening up your awareness as well to the signs that are already there, because the universe is constantly in communication with us. So this is about opening up your awareness, paying attention, being present, right? Being present. Some of you may have also felt connected to pile, was it 3? Yeah, if you did feel called to that, I'm already feeling right now, and I haven't even done that pile yet. I don't know why. But if you did feel called to pile 3, I'll see you there. But yeah, Spirit's saying those 2 piles might be connected. So I don't know why yet, but I guess I'll know when I do it. Okay. So how can pile number 1 get unstuck? How can pile 1 get unstuck? 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups, this can talk about daydreaming, visions, options, choices. Four of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups in reverse. I feel like with the 4 of Pentacles being here, there is a need to release control. Okay? Sometimes we try to control things in life. We try to force things. The 4 of Pentacles is when we are also afraid of change, afraid of releasing, afraid of changing, stepping outside of the comfort zone. Some of you, this could be a fear of your financial insecurity. The 4 of Pentacles is when we are gripping or clinging onto something or someone very tight. Afraid to let go. Afraid to release control. Which I feel like for you, this is learning to trust, pile 1. Learn to trust. Learn to trust your inner voice. Learn to trust your inner guidance. Okay. Let's pull a little bit more. How can pile 1 get unstuck? The Page of Swords is a need for paying attention to the details. Some of you quite literally might have family situations that you're dealing with, whether it's family drama, or you have lost a family member, or you're dealing with some type of heartache that exists within the family unit, whether that has to do with inner child stuff. Okay. Some of you, this can be opening up to letting go of certain feelings or emotions. This could be relationships or even family situations. This is a feeling of discontent, unhappiness, not feeling emotionally fulfilled. Okay, so if you are someone who's choosing to focus on all the negatives, negative feelings, negative emotions, trying to control things, again, I said I'm feeling a need for releasing control. I'm seeing the Four of Cups at the bottom, okay, with the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups right underneath that. So I kind of feel like your intuition is already giving you the wisdom. The Four of Cups is when we're distracted. This is when we're feeling sorry for ourselves, or we're closing ourselves off. We're not seeing the beauty of life. We're not seeing messages that our intuition could already be giving to us. We're not paying attention. We're focusing so much on things that we've lost, or how discouraged or disappointed we are. And that's all that we see. So I'm feeling this is a need for, again, listening in to the intuition. Your intuition does hold the guidance, the wisdom, the knowledge. You already have all the answers that you seek. They're in there. I promise you. Okay. This could be a need for nurturing, also stabilizing your emotions. I don't know. I know you guys watch tarot a lot, I'm assuming. But did you ever notice how the Queen of Cups chair is on the land? Okay, her chair is on the land, which is different than the King of Cups. The King of Cups is floating out in the middle of the water because he's already matured. He's already mastered his emotions. He can keep himself stable in the water. His chair stays stable, but the Queen of Cups, she's still learning. She's on the land, okay? So she's learning how to stabilize her emotions, how to nurture herself. This is self-love. This is self-care. She's also very sensitive. Okay, so if you are someone who's very energy sensitive, especially with others and environments and things like that, take this time to stabilize, to ground yourself, your emotions. You know, the Queen of Cups is also an energy of strong intuition, empathy, compassion. Be kind to yourself. Okay, but yes, I'm feeling where Spirit is saying here with the Page of Swords. This is paying attention to the details. Okay, so what's actually happening? You know, pay attention, especially if you're, you know, like, what do I do? Where do I go? What am I doing next? The messages are there. You know, sometimes Spirit can be a little cryptic with the messages that you receive, giving you stuff through your dreams and daydreams and stuff like that. You're like, what does this mean? All I'm seeing are a bunch of numbers, or what are you trying to tell me? Okay. So yeah, I'm also seeing the King of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Hermit. Okay. So I feel like to help you to get unstuck, to help you to get I feel like your energy levels back, the stable mind, the stable emotions, spend that time honoring solitude, introspection, reflection, healing. Okay? Pay attention to what is being offered to you around you. Sometimes we overlook things. Okay? Sometimes we overlook something, or we're just plain not seeing it because we're so distracted with the other stuff that's kind of going on in life that we miss something that's right in front of our face. Okay? And I feel like that will be something to help you to kind of also bring back the energy levels. But, you know, the King of Wands is also a very powerful, creative leadership type of energy. So it can certainly be you really kind of allowing yourself, of course, the rest that you need, the healing that you need, and allowing this transformation to take place. But the King of Wands is also a very motivated energy, driven. It's about you taking the lead, about blazing your own trail, you know, not waiting on anything or anyone to work towards what it is that you want, goals, dreams, desires that you have. But I feel like you do need that time, okay, to just kind of say, okay, where am I going? Where is my soul calling me? So The Hermit is a pause, okay? Taking that time to find our inner light, to navigate our way through the darkness, which you can see her right here. Half of her face is in the dark. Okay, something that's being unveiled here. And I kind of want to clarify that too. What is this unveiling here, Spirit? What is the unveiling? What is the unveiling? The Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, which is you breaking free from your own mental prison, your own negative thoughts, your own self-sabotaging thoughts, your own intrusive thoughts, your own obsessive thoughts. This is the mind being free of that. Okay, this is where this is also important. The overthinking, right? This is where this is important, where you feel this way. Why are you stuck? Because of this. This is trapped, right? Mentally, in what? Different for all of you. Okay. We have the Seven of Pentacles, which again is another pause, patience, reassess, reevaluate. What are we doing? What are we putting our time and energy into? What are we spending our time on? These kind of thoughts? Okay. What is the unveiling? This is why. Okay. The Hangman. This is insight. This is enlightenment. This is awareness. This is a changed perspective. Again, the energies that you had here in the beginning, the Star, Temperance, the Hanged Man, the Hermit, the High Priestess. Hello, right there. All these major arcanas that you have here, they're all incredibly spiritual. Okay? This is your journey. And a change of perspective is needed before you move forward. You cannot take this with you. It's not going to work. Okay? That is why it's important for you to take this time to release this, because the rest of your path moving forward, we cannot take this with us. It's not going to work. It's not going to flow in the way that it's meant to if we're bringing this with us. Make sense? The Hangman, we have a change of perspective. This is a state of surrender. In a way, saying, okay, I surrender. I'm not resisting. I am honoring this space, this time, this healing, this reflection, this solitude, so that the voice that comes through is clear. I trust and know where I'm going next on my path. I'm not resisting any longer. I'm flowing into the path of my destiny versus this Eight of Swords. That Four of Cups. And sometimes with the Hermit, we literally feel lost. Right? So how are you going to move forward if you feel lost? Again, remember that card where it says choice and it's going in two different directions. How can we make a choice and really trust that we know that the path that we take is the right one? Okay. And I kind of feel like no matter what choice you do make, whatever direction you go, you know, again, it goes back to that card that we saw with the twists and turns, ups and downs. You're still going to arrive there. Okay. But I feel like in this case, it's helping you to take the path of the least resistance. Okay. So spend that time. Okay. Surrender to this time, this space of feeling stuck. Okay. Right now. And trust that it's happening for your highest good. All of these energies, like I said, are very beautiful spiritual energies for you. There's a lot of transformation, a lot of things that are kind of happening behind the scenes, and probably that you don't see. Your soul knows what it's doing, what needs to happen, how it's helping and assisting you. Okay? All right, so that is all that I have for you. Pile number 1, I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 2. So those of you that resonated with the Creatress, uninspired, and then we also have creative on the other side of that. So like I explained in the intro, these cards kind of have like a shadow and a light energy, or you can look at it as a negative and a positive. So we have uninspired versus being creative, you know. So our question today is, why are you stuck? Okay, so there could very well be something going on in your sacral chakra, which has to do with it's the seat of our creative energy, our sexual energy, which are one and the same. Okay, it all comes from the same place. The feminine energy is where the feminine energy resides within the sacral chakra. Okay, creation is birthed from here. So we have uninspired. So maybe this could be feeling bored. So we're going to look a little bit deeper, okay, to see what is going on here. But we already have a clue, which is being uninspired here. Or like I said, some of you might have some blocks within the sacral chakra. Okay. Let's see. Pile number 2. Why is pile 2 stuck? And then we're going to be asking Spirit, how can you get unstuck? Okay. I'm just going to grab some candles here. Once these other ones go out, we'll change them. That one's already gone. Okay, let's see, pile 2. Why are you stuck? Why is pile 2 stuck? 9 of Pentacles. Queen of Wands in reverse. Well, there's the loss of motivation right there. Let's see, what else? It could be low self-esteem, lack of confidence in oneself. The Lovers. Okay, which is about balance and harmony, but it's also masculine and feminine. It's about union, balance, harmony. The Lovers is also about a choice. A need for making a choice. Let's see, a little bit more. Why is pile 2 stuck? The 4 of Wands. Ace of Swords in reverse. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, underneath the deck we have the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands can be when we are feeling stressed out, overwhelmed, overburdened, overworked, carrying a lot of weight, heaviness, responsibilities. The 10 of Wands can also talk about energetic weight, spiritual things that are weighing us down energetically. But we can also be somebody who's kind of doing this to ourselves, because I am seeing the Queen of Pentacles here. So some of you might be really working on your career, okay? Really working towards nurturing your coin, your pentacles here. The 9 of Pentacles is about financial independence, financial freedom. And so some of you might be like, okay, that's my goal, that's my dream, I want this, I want to work so hard towards that. Some of you, this could simply be a need for working smarter, not harder. Okay. Some of you, it could be that you're so burnt out, okay, so burnt out that you don't have time to do something else or to create something else. Okay? Some of you may have already really been working on your career, working hard, long hours, and willingly do that because you want to really work towards advancing your career. Okay? So this might even be a personal choice that you're making with regards to working hard and putting a lot on your plate, or you might feel like, I do have a lot on my plate because I am trying to get to this place where I feel stable, you know, there's balance. Some of you could be trying to even work towards the goal of buying a home or moving or something like that. But yeah, some of you could very well have things a lot on your plate. The 10 of Wands asks us, what can we let go of? What can we release? Okay, so we may have a lot of responsibilities, or we could be carrying a lot of responsibilities. You know, it could be a workplace that just kind of puts all this pressure on you or stress on you. And of course, if you're feeling like that, you are going to feel stuck. You know, maybe some of you are trying to get out of a job or leave a certain career. And maybe you're feeling like, okay, well, I don't know which way I want to go. What kind of job I'm going to have? What kind of career should I work towards? You know? You could, because the Ace of Swords is in reverse, so maybe your ideas are not clear. You could feel mentally just not a little clouded. So I want to explore this a little bit. We have the 10 of Wands, the High Priestess, 3 of Cups. Yeah, some of you might even be not liking this whole work environment kind of thing here too. Now I will say, because it is here, some of you might be in a relationship, or there could be relationship stuff that you're dealing with. Whether you're in a relationship or you're in a situationship, whatever it is, if it has to do with a loves thing, you could, that situation, if it is a source of stress, it could be affecting you mentally. Okay. Yeah, it could be affecting you mentally in your ability to kind of make choices with and for yourself, where it's kind of occupying a lot of your mental energy, your spiritual energy, to the point where it's you're neglecting you. Okay, so I want to look at this. What do I want to do? I want to pull some oracle here. Let's see what else. But the Queen of Wands in reverse, this can be self-sabotage. Okay, self-sabotage. So you could be a person who does have a tendency to self-sabotage, or you could also be someone with the Queen of Wands in reverse who lacks confidence in yourself. You could have low self-esteem. Or like I said, you might have blocks within the creativity, which is going to be the sacral chakra. Okay. All right. So let's see. Pile 2. Why are you stuck? Why is pile 2 stuck? What do we have? Observe. Observe. Look at how these eyeballs are like going all over the place in different directions. So is there something distracting you? Is your focus distracted? Are you looking in many different other places here where you've lost your focus? Why are you stuck? Compassion. Compassion. This makes me feel, are you being too hard on yourself, pile 2? Do you lack compassion and empathy for the self? Are you putting yourself down? Are you not feeling good enough? I want to look at, yeah, I'm seeing that we just saw the Two of Cups in reverse. This could be something that's out of balance here. Maybe there is an imbalance happening. Let's see why this Ace of Swords is in reverse. Four of Pentacles in reverse. This is a little bit ungrounded here. Maybe mentally for some of you. Feeling a little ungrounded. Meaning you could feel a little scatterbrained. A little unstable. Let's see. Thoughts, beliefs, ideas. The World in reverse and the Two of Pentacles. So some of you can kind of also be back and forth with choices, decisions about walking away from something, ending something here. Let's see why this Queen of Wands is in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse. I feel like a lot of this goes into the way that you are thinking, okay? The way that you're thinking. I feel like with that Knight of Wands too in reverse, this can sometimes be when we're acting out of character. Not feeling like our normal self, or not, yeah. The thoughts that we have are kind of like we're not feeling like ourself. The Emperor in reverse is, I mean, I'm noticing we have this, the Emperor and also the Four of Pentacles, both of these reversed, okay? So this is some type of instability here. Now again, this can have to do with another person who is creating this kind of energy in your life, okay? Or this is happening within you. The Emperor in reverse is also a need for discipline, okay? Discipline, focus, decisive action. This goes into the masculine energy, okay? Focus, discipline. But when our Emperor is in reverse, you know, again, this can go back into the lack of confidence in oneself. Okay. What else do I want to say with this? We could be stuck in outdated beliefs that are keeping us feeling in a place of feeling disempowered. I feel because we also have the Page of Swords here, which could also have to do with communication, messages. Some of you might even be dealing with communication from a person that is not so great, or receiving messages or news from someone that is not so great, or that is affecting you. Maybe someone else who's kind of bringing in some unstable energy here with you. And if you are dealing with a love situation like that, you know, I feel like it's definitely important for you to, maybe Spirit saying here, observe, pay attention to what's happening or what's going on, so you know whether or not this should be something that you should let go of, okay, or move on from if you really need to, especially if it is keeping you stuck, okay, because sometimes we do get stuck because of outside influences. So if that is you, you know, I definitely feel like there's a need for you to really pay attention here. Okay. However, I say some of you may be needing to find balance also within the masculine energy. And you can work on building up, again, your self-esteem, your confidence in yourself. The Emperor is a very disciplined energy. So this could be you doing something simple as writing a list or creating a list of things that you need to do to get done without letting the old beliefs, fears, insecurities, things like that control you. Okay. So what do I want to do? I want to pull one of these. Why is pile number 2 stuck? We have a period of prosperity and also implementing change. So some of you, yes, this is about money. It is about career. You could be feeling stuck in your career. Some of you might even be dealing with people in your work environment that are rude, that are spiteful, that are belittling, that are controlling, that are gossipy, that are arrogant, bossy, trying to manipulate, trying to control. Okay, and it could literally be your job, your career, the work environment that you're in that's keeping you stuck. Okay, so Spirit's saying, observe here. Okay, some of you might be deciding if you're on your way out of a specific job, or leaving a job. You could also be worried, like, should I just hold on because I'm worried about money? For those of you that are in that situation and you're in that kind of work environment there, I feel like it's better for you to kind of remove yourself from that, especially if you have bosses and stuff like that that are just not very nice and not very helpful and only causing a drain, I feel like, on your own energy, or bosses who are kind of overworking you, or they're just putting way too much on your plate. Okay, you feel like you have no energy or time for yourself. That could be, you know, you have no time for the things that you really want to do. Okay, like I said, for some of you, it could be a personal choice. Like, why do I feel stuck? Because you have not implemented change yet. Maybe you literally haven't done anything about it to change your situation. Okay, so some of you, it might be just that, you know, to open yourself up to the flow of abundance or money or even receiving anything else. There's change that is needed here. Okay, so let's ask Spirit, pile 2. How can you get unstuck? Okay, how can you get unstuck? And I think I'm going to start with these first. How can pile number 2? Did I see another card that flipped over? I feel like I did. Well, it didn't flip over for you, so I don't know if it did or not. Oh, there it is. Listen. I don't know if this was for you or for pile 1, but I didn't see it, so we have listen. Okay, so maybe that's part of your advice there is listen. How can you get unstuck? Listen. What is your intuition telling you? Okay. How can pile number 2 get unstuck? How can pile 2 get unstuck? We have wisdom. We have escape. Maybe some of you are needing some time to de-stress, or to maybe even go on a holiday, vacation, time off, rest. Okay. Taking a step back. Intuition. I feel like that's why. Nurture. This is also for self-care, okay? To help you to get unstuck. Because you're listening to yourself. You're listening, especially with you having the 10 of Wands as your overall energy that we saw. That's like burnout or on the verge of burnout. That is way just burden, stress, heaviness. So in order for you to get yourself unstuck, it's kind of like Spirit saying you need some time. You need a little bit of an escape. Okay, and I know sometimes that escape is hard to do, especially if you got family and children and stuff like that, but try to just find like 5 minutes, 5 minutes of just peace. If if you can't do more than that, especially with kids and stuff like that. But going on a little holiday, a vacation, a little escape, because in that quiet is where you're going to gain the insight that you need so that you can, think of ideas or inspiration or things like that that help you, right? To guide you towards getting unstuck. The knowledge and wisdom is within you, okay? Your soul knows what it's meant to do, where it's meant to go. But I also feel for some of you, there's a need for self-care, okay? A need for nurturing yourself to help you to get unstuck by giving yourself rest, sleeping better, okay? Sleeping, taking a nap when you need more rest. Sometimes that means less social media, less people, less people, where you can just spend some quiet time alone with yourself. Okay, to give yourself that care. That's going to be something that helps you to get unstuck, is to take care of you for a second, so that you feel replenished, you feel restored. Pay attention to what your body needs. Is it asking you for more water, for more fresh food versus fast food, healthy food, right? Versus things that are not so healthy. Create more balance, okay? Let's see. How can pile number 2 get unstuck? How can pile 2 get unstuck? 5 of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. And the Strength card in reverse. High Priestess is at the bottom. With the 10 of Wands again. Okay. So, yeah, I literally feel that some of you are in I don't know what it is, but it could be that you're stressed out. We've got the 5 of Swords here. Some of you, it could very well be your environment or a person, a situation that you're dealing with that is creating a lot of drama, negativity. So if there is someone outside of you that is causing this, first off, remove yourself if you can. Don't be afraid of doing so, okay? Especially if it's like a work environment here. But I feel like your intuition here is telling you here. There's a lot of stress, a lot of heaviness, a lot of weight or responsibilities that you're carrying. What can you let go of? Some of you might also be weighing yourself down with a lot of self-sabotaging thoughts. Okay, so I'm definitely feeling there's a need for really working towards helping to ground your energy. Okay, and you can do that by spending time outdoors. Okay, out in nature. I'm feeling for some of you, this is going to be working on building up your confidence, your self-esteem, and also recognizing what your fears are. Okay, recognizing what your fears are, getting the fears under control. Okay, we can start to identify what is a fear and what is really something that our intuition is kind of warning us about. Is it just something irrational that we're worried or stressed out about, or is it a genuine thing or reason that we need to be kind of consumed with that energy? Now, those of you that are dealing with relationship stuff, love stuff, work towards nurturing yourself. It could be also be taking your focus off another person, focusing on yourself, your career, building yourself up, working on building your career. If you are a person who has a tendency to, kind of sit and wallow in disappointment or discouragement, and you notice that about yourself, the message with the 5 of Cups is basically telling us all hope is not lost. This is something that we're going through that is only temporary. Okay, it's only temporary. Unless, of course, you're dealing with, like grieving the loss of a loved one. Focus on getting the help that you need to process your feelings and your emotions. Or if you are, grieving the loss of a relationship, having a bad breakup, that pain is something that maybe is calling your attention for you to nurture yourself. Okay. So yeah, I feel like definitely working on building up your self-esteem, your confidence. I definitely feel like your intuition is calling your attention to everything that you might have on your plate right now. And what is it that you can work towards releasing here? Okay. Let's see what else. How can pile number 2 get unstuck? How can pile 2 get unstuck? The sacral chakra. Okay, there it is. So if we're trying to get unstuck, and like I said in the beginning, this is happening from your sacral chakra. Okay. Ways in which you can help to balance the sacral chakra can certainly be you dancing. Okay, dancing is going to help to move energy in that spot. Okay, yoga or Pilates, any kind of body movements that work with the lower body. Okay. As I said in the beginning, the sacral chakra is the seat of the feminine energy. It's where our feelings and emotions are. It's also where the sexual creative energy is. They are one and the same. Okay? It's our passion, it's our fire, it's our ability to create, and things are birthed, right, from this place. So if you feel that there are kind of creative blocks that are here, one way to kind of get that flow of creativity going, right, into that feminine energy, is to start off with a small little project that you can do that is creative, and that will help to kind of get those kind of muscles get going again, help you to feel confident about something that you're creating. And it could just be a small little project that you do, and that, you know, depending on what kind of hobbies you have, you can do something little that makes you happy. And, you know, that could be, I remember when I was growing up, when I was like, this was like back in the early 90s, but back in the day, they used to have like magazines that you could buy in the store. Like I had a bunch of teen magazines, and I remember that I used to spend hours going through all the magazines and like cutting out little pictures to kind of make like a, kind of like what people would now call like a vision board, you know. And that might be something that's really fun and helpful too. I know that they don't really have so many magazines anymore, and they're not as popular as they used to be because everything's like online now. And if you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on magazines and stuff like that you're going to cut up, you can go to garage sales and pick up old magazines, or even like secondhand stores where they have old magazines or books or stuff like that you can just, you know, take little pieces and stuff like that and out and use them for crafts. But yeah, I used to kind of create like little vision boards with magazine words and pictures and stuff like that, just to kind of get those creative energies going again. Drawing, painting, taking a class, like I said, with maybe dancing or something like that, to just kind of get that creative energy going, you know. Certainly if you are someone who spends a lot of time overworking and it's a lot of stress for you, work on trying to get yourself out of that place. Okay, let's see what else Spirit is saying here for you, pile 2. How can you get unstuck? Face your fears. Okay, that was what I was saying there with the Strength card in reverse. Face your fears. And we also have the third eye chakra, which is more or less going to be your intuition. And I'm seeing switching your mentality at the bottom. And of course, it's not just that easy, right? You can't just expect you to change and switch your mentality and it's going to fix everything. But it's certainly a starting point. That instead of going to the negative, right, and thinking negative all the time about something, that we can start to change those negative beliefs with more positive ones, little by little, as a process of that, okay? And then, like I said, spending time listening to the intuition, okay? All right, so that is all that I have for you, pile 2. I do hope this is helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So those of you that resonate with this card here, Destiny, It says past or future focused as opposed to present. Okay. So our question, our topic today is, why are you stuck? And then we're going to be asking Spirit, how can you get unstuck? So your card is about your destiny. And those of you that have come over here from pile 1, I was talking to pile 1, and Spirit gave me a message before I even started recording your reading while I was doing pile number 1, and told me that there is a connection between pile 1 and pile 3. So it might be kind of a continuation. So some of you that are choosing this pile 3, and you also felt called to pile 1, I would encourage you to listen to both of them, okay? Because Spirit was telling me that they're connected in some way. So we're asking again, why are you stuck? Some of you that chose this pile, and it may not be all of you, but we do have this card here that kind of shows the negative or shadow aspect versus the light and positive about it, okay? So if we're feeling stuck and we're, essentially trying to move towards our destiny, we can be somebody who is very past or future focused, and we're not living in the present moment, right? We're constantly thinking about things from the past, memories, emotions, feelings that are keeping us stuck in the past, or we're thinking ahead, and it's kind of like we're not living in the present moment. We're not happy here because we're constantly thinking, oh, I'm going to be happy when this happens, or when that happens, or when I do this or when I do that, and then I'll feel happy. Or it's kind of like we're not grounded in the present moment. So that for some of you can also be where there are some issues with why you're feeling stuck, is because you could be stuck in the past. You can be having difficulties with releasing or letting go of certain things from the past. Or you could be someone who's living in kind of just daydreaming about future all day long. Future. When is this going to happen? When is that going to happen? And it's kind of like you miss out on the whole present moment and your life right now to be able to put your focus there, to make decisions in the now that, yes, will affect what you experience in the future. Okay? So we're going to unpack this a little bit, and we're going to see where this is going. I'm going to move this up a little bit so we have some room here. And let's see what Spirit says, pile 3, with why you are stuck. And then what can we do about it? How can we get you unstuck? And some of you might already be watching this and be like, yes, I'm guilty of doing that. I'm guilty of spending my days thinking about things from the past, or spending all day thinking about when this is going to happen, or how it's going to happen, or if it's going to happen. And you lose out, right? You miss out on so much of your life by doing that, because you're never here right now in this moment. So you might even be, like I said, already looking at that and saying, yeah, I'm guilty of doing that. That's why I'm stuck, because I'm not focusing on what I need to do right here, right now, and paying attention, right? Paying attention. Okay. On how we can make decisions or choices that will create, right, the future that we desire or dream about. The important thing is right now. Okay? So let's see. Why is pile 3 stuck? Wheel of Fortune. The Sun. That's gonna be okay. Hold on a second. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune. I forgot to put stickers on these ones, but I don't want YouTube to be like acting weird about it, so I'm just going to cover it right now. Okay. So Wheel of Fortune, the Sun. Why is pile 3 stuck? 9 of Cups in reverse. Interesting that we have these two next to each other, where the Sun is about joy and happiness and fulfillment and completion and success, and then right next to that we have the 9 of Cups in reverse, which is about feeling discontent, unhappy, a loss of satisfaction, or even it could even be when a wish that we had didn't get fulfilled, or something that we did want and it once did bring fulfillment, and now we're kind of seeing it as it's not as fulfilling as we thought it was going to be. We don't feel happy. The Wheel of Fortune is also about change. Change, life cycles, changes. Let's see. Why is pile number 3 feeling stuck, or why are they stuck? The World in reverse. The Page of Cups in reverse. Why is pile 3 stuck? The 10 of Swords. Well, this 10 of Swords is dealing with pain, a painful ending, trauma, or betrayal. Some of you, this pain goes all the way back to childhood. The World in reverse is also when a cycle is ongoing. It hasn't ended. It's like we're keeping it open. We're not able to close it out. You know, some of you might also kind of feel like genuinely like, I'm not happy. I don't feel happy. And it may be kind of like constantly seeking happiness, 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 looking for it. I haven't found it yet. Like this ongoing search for happiness and fulfillment. And I feel like there's a need to find that within the self instead of looking for it outside of yourself. Okay. I'm feeling some of you might have, you know, I'm seeing for some of you a wounded inner child. Okay, a wounded inner child. A need for expression. Some of you might feel like you're all over the place with your feelings and your moods and your emotions, just kind of crazy all over the place, ups and downs. I'm seeing the 2 of Swords here at the bottom and the Hierophant energy. So some of you, why you're feeling stuck. I mean, the 2 of Swords is stuck, okay? The 2 of Swords is a card of indecision, confusion, conflicting thoughts or ideas. And when we have that, we do get stuck, especially and if we stay there too long, in that place too long, then we become stagnant. Okay. 2 of Swords can also be a card of denial. So there could be something that you're choosing not to see, something that you're not facing. And for some of you, this has to do with your beliefs. There could be certain beliefs that you're holding on to that you don't see right now, how they're affecting you. Okay. Okay, I want to... This isn't what I want, because these cards are not going to fit. Let's do this. Let's put these over here. And let's pull these oracle for a second. Yeah, some of you are needing to change certain beliefs that are no longer serving you. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune can also be about destiny. Let's see. Pile number 3. Why are you stuck? Why is pile 3 stuck? We have expand. Why is pile 3 stuck? Ooh, rage. Even if rage isn't something that you're feeling, or anger at least, look at how this volcano is erupting. There's release here. Or release that needs to happen. This could be resentment, anger, a lot of emotions here. This volcanic eruption. Okay. To me, this kind of looks so like interdimensional. With the need for expansion. I want to see this world in reverse here, because this is something that needs to come to an end or to completion here, but you either haven't released, you haven't let go of, or you're not willing to let go of. Now, I will say for some of you, and this of course won't be for all of you, so if it doesn't resonate, just let it go, and this is for somebody else. But for some of you, you might be kind of looking at a commitment or a marriage as your source of happiness. Like if you're somebody who's single and you're just like, okay, well, I'll be happy when I get married. I'll be happy when I settle down. I'll be happy when I find my person. I'll be happy when this happens. You know what I'm saying? So again, like I said earlier, I feel like there's a need for you to find a sense of happiness and fulfillment within the self, present moment. Maybe there's certain beliefs of feeling like marriage or commitment is going to be something that brings you happiness, right? And again, this is kind of looking outside of the self for that. You know, when am I going to get married? When am I going to this? When am I going to that? Some of you quite literally might be needing to end a marriage. And that could be something that you're not facing. If you're feeling unhappy or discontent in a relationship or dealing with a relationship type of situation, and you could be keeping yourself stuck in a place of denial and not making the decision if you're not happy and staying in it anyway. You know, the Wheel of Fortune is about being at a turning point in our life where sometimes the universe is constantly helping us to change, to evolve, to expand, to grow. Some of you could be resisting that change. Okay, resistance to change. whether that's patterns of behavior, ways of thinking, feelings, emotions, beliefs that you have, or even getting yourself out of certain situations that you're not happy in. In a way, you keep yourself stuck, okay? Why is the World here in reverse? The Magician in reverse. So this could be fear. This could also be a lack of focused intention. A need for stepping into your power. Because the Magician can be a very powerful energy of co-creation, of manifestation, you know. This is you taking control back of your life. For some of you, pile 3. Why is the World here? Nine of Pentacles. 6 of Wands. Some of you, I feel like this goes into you truly needing to believe in yourself. Okay, really needing to learn to believe in yourself. For some of you, this is finding a sense of autonomy, of identity for some of you. Creating your own identity or discovering your identity and who you really are. You, okay? Yeah, those of you that are kind of in a marriage or in a long-term relationship that you're not happy in, the Nine of Pentacles is also about being single and free, stable, secure. Why is this Wheel of Fortune here? 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is joy, happiness, socializing and connecting with others, having and surrounding yourself with supportive people, friends. We have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. You know, if you are someone who has a tendency to isolate yourself from friends, or from people in general, okay, this is going to be you building connections with others, friendships to help you have fun, experience joy, experience happiness. If you are someone who's, you know, dealing with financial struggles, difficulties, job loss, financial difficulties, you know, there is help that's out there. The 5 of Pentacles in reverse is about getting the help that we need. It's about using our resources. Okay? So for some of you, if you are, you know, dealing with financial hardship, job loss, homelessness, financial insecurity, your own insecurities, okay? Certainly for some of you, it can be working on your insecurities, or because the 5 of Pentacles is about poverty consciousness, scarcity mindset, okay? This is also about abandonment. So if you're someone who has gone through abandonment wounds or has abandonment wounds that you have to heal, that could also be something that's keeping you stuck here as well. Okay? Healing this wound or this mentality, this mindset. Okay? Because this is a feeling of lack. This is in a way this feeling that we are without something. We're lacking something, missing something. You know? If we don't have XYZ, then we don't feel happy. We don't feel fulfilled. But, you know, and again, going into the past and present, or past and future energies, and not in the present moment. Let's see. The Empress. Yeah, some of you are, I feel like, are needing to really work towards nurturing the self. Okay, self-care practices here. Some of you might have a mother wound to heal. Let's see what I want to do this here. Yeah, or you can be shifting out of the whole, closing out this whole chapter of poverty consciousness for some of you. Constantly worrying about money, stuff like that, especially if you've been dealing with it for a while. And shifting into abundance mindset. Okay, some of you might literally be healing the feminine energy here. There could be blockages within the feminine energy, because the feminine energy, the Empress, is about abundance, prosperity, creation, birthing something new, creating something, manifesting something, expanding, right? Growing. And if we're feeling that we're in this place of lack, that is not the same energy as the Empress. Okay? So for some of you, especially if this has to deal with your belief system surrounding finances, money, those beliefs could be something that are keeping you stuck. Or if you feel like if I don't have a partner that I'm not lovable, or I don't have love, or I'm not complete, I'm not happy, I'm not fulfilled because I'm single. Right? Again, the Empress, you know, she is the representation of unconditional love. She is whole and complete all on her own. Okay, and that goes again back into the feeling of happiness and fulfillment within the self, and not seeking outside of this self. Because when we're seeking outside of the self, we are implying on an energetic level that we are without something. We're desperate for it. We need it, which is implying we don't have it. The universe responds to wherever our frequency is. So if we're thinking in poverty consciousness, that we're poor, or that we don't have money, we don't have resources, we don't have help, we don't have this, we don't have that, the universe responds with more of that energy, more difficulties, more challenges, more hardships. We have to shift out of that way of thinking and into, I don't want to say that positive thinking is just going to fix everything and everything magically is going to be better. It takes far more than that, than just changing the mindset or the mentality. But it is actively reflecting upon those beliefs that we hold, the feelings, the emotions, the thoughts, the ideas that are also attached to it, because those are also helping to make up our vibration. Okay? We have to see ourselves as worthy, as valuable, as worthy of love, worthy of abundance, right? We're shifting into that higher frequency energy. And this is where, right, we're able to manifest and draw and become a magnet for love, abundance, or anything else that we're desiring in our life. But we take away the energy of desperation that creates a resistance to that which we desire, right? So if we're kind of stuck here in past and future energies and not focusing on the present moment and how our beliefs are affecting us in the here and now, and more or less thinking and intentionally thinking, what am I creating? Where are my thoughts at right now? Am I bringing in more because we are always manifesting, whether consciously, and we're saying, oh yes, this is what I'm focusing on right now in this moment, and that's what I'm manifesting. We're also unconsciously manifesting. So sometimes we can unconsciously manifest people, situations into our life if that's where we're putting a lot of our thoughts to, especially if it's negative things. If we're negative, and we're just kind of drawing all that, because again, the universe responds to frequency and vibration. So sometimes we do end up manifesting unwanted people and situations into our life. Okay? So we have to pay attention, right, to where our energy's at, where our thoughts are at, where our beliefs are at. Okay, so some of you are needing to hear that. Let's see, why is pile number 3 stuck? Intuition aligned. The root chakra. The root chakra. We have transcending karma here. Transcending karma. So what lessons are kind of playing out right for you right now, pile 3? You know, a lot of this may have to do with overcoming some challenges, adversity. Are we thinking of life as more that life is happening to us versus for us? Are we taking on a victim mentality? Are we kind of getting consumed by life's circumstances? And I feel like that kind of goes into ego captivity that keeps us in the place of fear, in a place of lack, in a place of need, in a place of want, constantly seeking and searching and searching and searching. When all the while what your soul desires is for you to connect in with the self, for you to find love and happiness and joy within the self. I feel for many of you working on your root chakra, because I am feeling what the feeling stuck here is happening from your foundation here as the root. The root chakra is about having our basic needs being met, okay, which do include safety, security, food, shelter, water, love, okay? And if we're missing something like that, or we feel like we're missing something like that, right? We can certainly be kind of stuck in fight or flight. Or out of alignment, out of balance, not grounded. And yes, thinking about the past, thinking about the future, worried, stressed out, which could definitely throw off the intuition. But I feel like when you really work towards balancing and grounding yourself so that you feel more connected, and this is very, the Empress is Taurus energy, also Libra too, but it is, Empress is kind of like, she's Mother Earth. She is creation. And each and every one of us have this energy within, the power to create, the power to manifest. We are beings of love. There is enough within the universe, enough for you to expand and grow and to evolve into your destiny, overcoming, transcending karma, lessons. Okay? Okay, so what I want to do, I want to ask Spirit here, how can you get unstuck? Okay. How can you get unstuck? And I think I want to pull these oracle cards first. How can pile number 3 get unstuck? How can pile 3 get unstuck? Practice. Look at these little ladies here. Practice. Practice. Let's see, practice what? Breathe. Maybe for some of you this is exercising, yoga, stretching, breathing, calming your energy down, breathing practices. How can you get unstuck? We have test here. Maybe with this here, with the being stuck, maybe this is a time for you to really think about what is happening in your life. But I feel like, and this is, you know, I feel like it's easier to explain than it is to actually do. Especially for those of you that are not kind of so familiar with spirituality and the spiritual aspect of oneself. But if we can kind of look at life in a way, with every single person that we meet, everything that we go through, as we evolve and grow as souls, sometimes things do feel like a big test. And I feel like it's important, if you notice that you get stuck, and you get stuck a lot, or you have felt stuck for years, decades, that you take some time to think about what types of situations are you going through. And how have your own choices, how have your own choices led you to this place right now of feeling stuck? Do you feel that there are repeated patterns of behavior that you might have that are affecting what you're dealing with right now? So I feel like it's important to kind of like really pay attention to what is it that's playing out in your life right now. What are you learning? What is this teaching you at this time? And that does require some reflection, and to really genuinely put in the effort, because you know, sometimes we want quick answers, like, how do I get unstuck? Tell me exactly what I need to do to get unstuck, and we don't want to do the work. Okay. I know, I get it. But I feel like this honestly requires you to, you know, even with being the whole stuck in the past and in the future, and you know that you do that, stop yourself, catch yourself, be more self-aware. Is this the old version of myself creeping out? Is this the old version of myself that is leading my decisions right now? Is this the old version of myself that hasn't grown or evolved yet that is leading my life right now? What about the new version of you that your higher self, in a sense, is helping you to create, to get in touch with, to be in tune with? The part of you that is fearless, the part of you that is strong, the part of you that is empowered, the part of you that is courageous, brave, resilient, powerful, passionate, creative. So, you know, we're seeing a hoop here that's on fire, okay? So for some of you, this may mean stepping outside of your comfort zone, taking that first step, doing something different than what you've always done, right? I'm sure you've heard that before. You can't do what you've always done and expect different results, right? Sometimes we need to switch it up, change it up. Especially if we keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, and we're like, why isn't it working? Why isn't it working out? Change it up. We can't do what we've always done and expect different results. Something has to change. And maybe for some of you it is stepping right through that fire. Metaphorically speaking, right? Let's see. Let's get one more. How can pile number 3, get unstuck. You know, I'm feeling kind of like redirecting yourself with the practice. Look at the fear. Are you fear of making the wrong choice? Because that also leads to stagnancy, right? Or feeling stuck is not making a choice, indecision, which is also what we saw earlier with the 2 of Swords. Okay, but also pay attention to, you know, how you've made choices in the past. I mean, I've seen sometimes in the comments, and it makes me laugh sometimes, but it's true. Where I saw somebody and they're like, oh, the last time I listened to my intuition, all this bad stuff happened. And so now whatever my intuition tells me, I do the opposite. And some people choose to kind of do it that way, whatever works for you. Okay. I have a feeling it probably wasn't intuition. It was probably more egoic thinking. And the intuition was leading that person in the right direction, but they may have confused the ego with the intuition. Okay, but if that's the way they want to look at it, you know, just do the opposite, especially if you know that your decisions and choices always lead you to an unfavorable place. You're like, okay, no, I'm doing the opposite. I'm doing something else. And that works, you know. So yes, maybe this is acknowledging the fears that you have, facing them, working through them, getting help, of course, if you need to. And if you are someone who kind of daydreams all day about future and past, stop yourself. You know, snap yourself out of it. Catch yourself while you're doing it and redirect your thoughts elsewhere. Okay, present moment. Let's see. How can pile 3 get unstuck? The Ace of Wands. King of Cups in reverse. And the Empress. Yeah, I'm seeing the 5 of Swords at the bottom here. So this could very well go into, again, self-sabotaging thoughts, victim mentality, trust issues, a need for you to learn to trust yourself. And also, if you make promises to yourself, keep them. Okay? Keep them. You can learn to trust you. You know, I don't know how many times I'm sure you've heard yourself say, other people say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to get this done, I'm going to get that done. And it doesn't happen. Promise is broken. Trust is broken. Okay? As soon as you say, oh yeah, I'm going to do that, your higher self's like, no, you're not. We've already been down this road before. You don't keep promises to yourself. You don't get it done. You don't make it happen. This is where we change that. Okay? So some of you might really, with the Empress energy here, needing to really work on nurturing the self, self-love, self-care, taking better care of your body, eating good food, okay? Making sure that you're properly nourished, rested, taking time to work within your feelings and your emotions. Of course, stabilizing your emotions if you're someone who deals with emotional, I want to say mental health issues. Okay, things that are affecting your emotional well-being. Really working on those as well. Okay. The Empress is a very passionate, very creative energy. We do have the Ace of Wands here, which is about divine inspiration ideas. When those ideas do come in, you know, our first thought might be, yes, oh, this is a good idea, excited. And then in comes the self-sabotage. Be mindful of that. Okay? The fear talking, putting those things in there. I want to see what this test is here. The Hermit. The Six of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So I almost feel like in some way, Spirit is testing you. Okay? Spirit is testing you. Because if we are genuinely trying to get unstuck, okay, from whatever this is, we're trying to get unstuck. Does that mean, because this is a test here, are you really ready to be unstuck? Are you really ready to be unstuck? Or are you complacent? Are you in the comfort zone? You know, because there could be opportunities, let's just say, that are surrounding you, but you're like, ooh, no, I'm too afraid to do that. I'm too scared. What's going to happen? I don't know if I should do that. I don't want to let go. I don't want to change what my situation is right now. I'm too afraid. I'm too scared. There's a need for trusting. There's a need for releasing control. Trusting in your intuition. Okay? The Six of Pentacles is, you know, a card of charity, but it's also about giving and receiving. So are you willing to give in the energy to get yourself unstuck? Right? Because it does require our action. And so I feel like the more that you help yourself to stay or keep yourself grounded, emotions in check, fears in check, aware of the self-sabotaging thoughts, your current mental space, the stability of it, the groundedness of it, you're able to think clearly, right? You're able to identify the fear and acknowledge it, okay? But the willingness to be able to make a different choice or to step outside of the comfort zone, to stay focused on the present moment and trust yourself, trust in not only divine timing, but also your higher self, that your higher self is leading and guiding you towards your destiny. Okay? The Hermit is also about the journey of solitude. It's also about deep introspection, reflection, rediscovering the self, navigating our way through the darkness. Some of you might quite literally be in a dark night of the soul right now and are needing to honor that space, but some of you might have been in that place for a long time and now it's time to come out. Okay? Now it's time to come out. Now it's time to be strong and empowered. And yes, it takes practice. Okay? You don't just all of a sudden wake up day and, you know, just kind of all over the place and happy and, you know, successful. It takes work. It takes practice. It takes dedication. It takes commitment to self-improvement and to recognizing when you're stuck and when it is appropriate to take some time to rest and reflect so that we can pick ourselves up and then keep going along our journey. Okay? All right, so I'm going to leave this here for you, pile number 3. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.